It took a pandemic like the COVID for mankind to realize the importance of using tested products, especially when it is used for protecting ourselves from a dreaded virus. Every vaccine which has been approved for public use has gone through many layers of rigorous testing and only then permitted for human use. However, when it comes to the facade used in high-rise buildings, we have not always been this careful. Facades and windows form the outer skin of a building and are the last barrier between the occupants and the forces of nature like the sun, high-velocity winds, and wind-driven rains. Therefore, to ensure that this facade is designed to keep the occupants of a building safe, the architect usually puts a sample mock-up through some established testing process before finally approving it for installation. This process is critical because once the facade is installed on a high-rise building, then making any kind of rectification or repair is almost impossible and extremely expensive. Other than testing a sample mock-up in an accredited laboratory, the architect recommends that field testing is conducted while the project construction progresses to check the consistency of the facade installed at site. Facade fire safety is the next most important factor to be considered by the architect while designing a high-rise project. The architect always keeps in mind that the materials used in the facade do not aid and abet the spread of a fire in the event of such an accident. Testing the proposed cladding systems by exposing a sample mock-up to fire and physically verifying its fire resistance capabilities can help save lives in the event of an unfortunate fire accident. Therefore, checking the performance of the facade for its structural strength, energy efficiency, resistance to fire, and its ability to keep water out becomes a part of the designing process given their criticality. Our constant search to improve the quality of life is a never-ending one. Therefore, using products which are tested and certified makes it safer for our lifestyle to be enhanced.
My vision for a safer and greener world. Mankind today is more aware that global warming has caused damages to the ecology and now have to work towards reducing its carbon footprint in a systematic manner to ensure a safe and green future for its next generation. As a trained engineer and testing professional, I have over the last 35 years seen a lot of developments happening in the materials used in facade, as well as the complex system the architects have conceived to make their projects iconic. Along with these developments, the severity of cyclonic and wind speeds and heavy rainfalls due to the increasing changing climatic conditions. The impact of such increasing wind speeds and heavy rainfalls have caused severe structural damages, excessive air and water leakages on the building facades. A well-designed and tested facade can reduce air leaks, thus help minimize the energy losses from modern air-conditioned buildings. Water testing will ensure that no water slips into the building and damage the electrical data network and the interior features and fittings. Structural tests will ensure the structural integrity of the facade. Through performance testing by our company, WindWall, I ensure that the facade system is structurally safe for the occupants and the public at large, energy efficient to save costs, and watertight to prevent damages to fixtures and fittings. We at Windwall are committed to do our part to make future buildings structurally safe, energy efficient, and watertight, and thus contribute in our small way to make the facades and the world a safer and greener place. Thank you.
There are many reputed accredited laboratories established across the world offering these specialized services to the construction industry. Windwall Technology Private Limited, Singapore, is one of the oldest and respected performance testing laboratories in Southeast Asia. In its 30 years of experience, Windwall has successfully tested over 3,000 iconic projects spanning across several countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, India, Vietnam, Taiwan, Philippines, and even a few in the Middle East. From its first accredited lab established in 1992 at Singapore, Windwall has now expanded and has its presence in Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, and in India to service the growing number of customers. All these operate under the Windwall brand and are accredited as per ISO 17025 standards with the respective national accreditation bodies of each country. Windwall. Safe facade, safer world.